This is your math tutor, Cecilsie, and today we are going to do one last video for trigonometry about finding angles in the quadrants, in the four quadrants, and we are going to do this one particular question. They give you the equation 2 secant square 3x equals to 7, and you are asked to find the angles. The question also gives you the range of values of x, which is from 1 to 3 in this case. Now, shall we do together 2 secant square 3x equals to 7, and we make 3x secant square 3x as the subject. Very simple. We just divide both sides by 2. So we get secant square 3x equals to 7 over 2. Next, we try to find secant 3x. Because secant square 3x equals to 7 over 2, we need to root them. So secant 3x is equals to 7 over 2. But this is not the answer yet. This is not correct, because you're supposed to put the plus and minus sign. So both plus and minus. So secant 3x can be positive, root 7 over 2, or negative, root 7 over 2. And in your calculator, you don't have a formula for, you don't have a function of inverse secant. Instead, you have cosine, and we know that cosine is 1 over secant. So we can easily calculate cosine 3x. We just split them up because it's 1 over square root 2 over 7, and don't forget plus minus sign. Next, we must find the range of values of 3x, not only x, because that's the number we get when we do the inverse cosine. Yeah. Since x is between 1 to 3, 3x, we just multiply them by 3, 3 to 9. Then usually for this type of question, where the angle inside the function is not one variable, but a multiple of variable, I use substitution. Let theta is equals to 3x. I call it theta, but you don't have to use theta. You can use other variable if you like. Okay, since theta is equals to 3x, the range of values of theta also same, also from 3 to 9. Now, we need to find the basic angle. Not theta yet. Not theta yet. We do theta later, but we find a basic angle, which is alpha. And alpha is inverse cosine of absolute value of this thing, plus minus root 2 over 7. So we just put the positive value, 2 over 7. So always put the positive value when you try to get the value of alpha, because alpha is between 0 to 90 degrees only. Then, shall we calculate the values of alpha? We press inverse cosine square root 2 over 7. Then close the bracket. Then you will get 1.01 radian. Yeah, is in radian mode. So don't forget to convert your to change your calculator mode to radian mode. Yeah, 1.01 radian. Okay. Yeah. That's how we get alpha. Then, do we need to check which quadrant we are in? No, you don't have to. Because why? Because the because it's both plus minus. The value of cosine is plus minus. So it will be both uh, all the quadrant will be used. So we need to do all of our quadrant. Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Yeah. Now let's start with quadrant 1. Theta is equals to alpha, and alpha is 1.01. Okay. After that, what must we do? Theta is between 3 to 9. So this is not 3 to 9. Yeah. So we must find somewhere from 3 to 9. Yeah. Some number between 3 to 9. So we add 2 pi. So 1.01 plus 2 times pi, 7.29. Yeah. Oops. 7.29 radian. 1.01 itself is not part of the answer. Shall we add another 2 pi? No, because 2 pi is 6 something, 6.28. It will be far too big. So we have only one values for in quadrant 1. Yeah. And yeah. So theta is equals to 3x. Yeah. So 3x is equals to 7.29, which means x is, you can simply divide by 3, 2.43. Yep. So that's for quadrant 1. How about quadrant 2? Alpha is 1.01, and for quadrant 2, the value of theta is pi minus alpha. In this case, pi minus 0.1, pi minus 1.01. So theta is equals to theta is equals to 3x, which is equals to, we just press calculator, pi minus 1.01, 2.13. Is this within the range? Let's check here. Theta is supposed to be between 3 to 9. Yeah, which is in this case is not. Yeah, so we must add 2 pi. So let's press 2.13 plus 2 times pi. You get 8.41 radian. Yeah. Okay, the 2.13 itself is out because it's less than 3. Yeah. Okay, shall we add another 2 pi? No, because it will be far bigger than 9. Yeah. Okay, is that the answer? No, that's not the answer because that's 3x. So x value will be, so 8.41, if you divide by 3, you get 2.80. Okay, so we get another values for x. How about quadrant 3? Okay, let's do quadrant 3. Alpha is 1.01, and for quadrant 3, the value of theta will be pi plus alpha, so pi plus 1.01. Let's find this one. So theta is equals to 3x. Then we just press calculator, pi plus 1.01. you get 4.15. Is that inside the range? I think so. Yeah, is inside the range here. But if we add to pi, maybe it exceeds. Let's check. 4.15 plus 2 times pi. Let's press this. You'll get 10.43. So it's out already. So don't use that. Yeah? Don't use 10.43. Is this the answer? No, this is not the answer. Because there's 3x. X itself will be 4.15 divided by 3. You'll get 1.38. Okay, good. So we have another value for x in quadrant 3. How about quadrant 4? We do now 1.01. Alpha is 1.01. And for quadrant 4, theta is 2 pi minus alpha. Okay. Okay, so 2 pi minus 1.01 and theta, which is equals to 3x, equals to 2 pi minus 1.01. You get 5.27 radian. Is this inside the range? Yes, because 5.27 is between 3 to 9. What if we add to pi? I think it will exceed by a lot. Let's check. 5.27 plus 2 times pi. You get 11.56. Yep, it's too far. So don't use that. Yeah. We have only one answer, which is for quadrant 4, which is 5.27 for 3x. But that's not the answer yet. The answer is x, which means you must divide that by 3. 5.27 divided by 3. You're getting 1.76 radian. Okay. Okay. So let's descend this answer. Yeah. Present all the answer here. You have how many answer here? 4 answer, 1 from each quadrant. Yeah, this is from quadrant 2, and from quadrant 1 is 2.43. Yeah. Yep. So you have 4 answers, and you must present this 4 answer. And if you notice, the number here is between 1 and 3, yeah, which is what the question asks. X must be between 1 and 3. All of them. So we have 4 answers. Then present this 4 answer, yeah, in your exam paper. Then you will get full mark for this. Yes, this is the last video about angles in the quadrants for trigonometry. Yeah, I hope you like it, and please like and subscribe. Tomorrow we are going to do another chapter in chemistry. Yeah, okay, see you tomorrow.